guys? I am here on this wonderful Thursday evening, summertime, having a great day, sporting the ass kicker t-shirt. But this video, it's not about me reviewing my day or talking about my day. I'm here to give you a DVD review of the, Falls Counter DVD. Chilling here watching some 2.5 Men, waiting for the new Anger Management premiere and at 9 with Charlie Sheen. So hopefully that's pretty good. So waiting for that 2.5 Men marathon until it starts. Can't go wrong with that. But this video, it's not about talking about that. Falls Counter DVD came out this past Tuesday, and I gotta say, this is actually pretty damn good. And when this first DVD got announced, I was kind of mad. I wasn't really looking forward to it because I thought it was to be all Falls County Ward matches, but they ended up mixing it up with a bunch of other matches. So I was pretty excited for this DVD, and I'm really glad I got this. I managed to watch it with my boy Luke Cage. We watched this 1 and 2 Tuesday night, which is insane considering the fact that we didn't start it till like 12 at night. So we stayed up till like 4 watching it, which is really crazy. And we watched this 3 last night. So, and let's get to the review. Cover here, you got Stone Cold with the caution tape, Falls Counter in the background. The greatest street fights and other out of control matches. You got Mick Foley, someone I don't know who that is. And you got Triple H hitting Shawn Michaels with a trash can. Really cool cover. Really dig that. 3D set, obviously. Here's the side that we Falls County where, you know the little deal. Picture Triple H, Cactus Jack matches. I'm not gonna read the match listing because I'm just gonna read them again anyways in a minute, so it doesn't really matter. But you got some reading up here. It says Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, Bret Hitman Hart, the Road Warriors. For decades, sports entertainment fans have witnessed the ruthless and unrelenting superstars step through the ropes to settle their scores. But what happens when the rivalries inside the ring become so intense that ropes, rulebooks, and officials are powerless to contain them? This 3-disc DVD set, host Mick Foley takes a look at over 30 years of bouts from WWE, NWA, WCW, and ECW in which the anything goes law of the streets take over, action spilled out of the ring, and spirals out of control. WWE presents Falls County North, the greatest street fights and other out of control matches. And it says plus battles for the WWE World Heavyweight, Hardcore, and NWA Tag Team Championships and much more. And just like matches, like I said, side Falls County North 3 set. Open up, got Mysterio, got Batista, got Hardcore Holly, and Al Snow. Pretty cool there. Open up in the inside. Really cool disc. I think they overdone it with the caution tape, but that's all whatever. Open up. Got Booker T, I think. No. I don't remember when that match is. I'm pretty sure someone's gonna comment it. I don't remember. This one you got Stone Cold, Bret Hart, and this one you got Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes. So that's what the disc and the disc behind them. Look at the listing. Look how small the listing is. That's like ridiculously small for whatever reason. But on disc 1, you have Mick Foley talking throughout it. I wasn't really paying attention to what he was saying honestly because I didn't really care. But he talked about. I don't think you can probably read what they say, so I'm not gonna really bother talking about those. I'm just gonna be talking about the matches and what I thought about them. But before I get to that, I gotta say this DVD was really, really fun. This was really entertaining to watch. Disc 1 and 2, awesome. Disc 3, it's good. It was obviously the worst disc, but that's not really that bad because it was still a fun disc to watch. But this DVD was just absolutely fun. Not really a terrible match on this DVD. It was just a lot of fun to watch. This is not like great wrestling matches, but just entertaining to watch, so definitely worth it. First match you had was the alley fight, Pat Patterson versus Sergeant Slaughter. That's actually a really good match. Slaughter got busted open pretty damn bad, and it was going back and forth, and it was awesome. Patterson won when Slaughter's manager, I forgot his name, threw in the towel and ended the match, and it was pretty brutal. It was really good. Atlanta street fight, Jimmy Valiant, what the fuck his name is, you know who it is, guys, versus Miss Atlanta Lively, Miss Atlanta Lively versus Midnight Express. This match, it was alright. It was on the special. I really didn't like this match, to be honest, but it was good for what it was. I was kind of confused because there were like men dressed as women and women dressed as men, so it was kind of confusing, but I honestly forgot who won. I think it went into a no contest, but I'm not too sure. But that was a pretty fun match. Street fight for the NWA Tag Team Championship. Doom versus Barry Windham and Arn Anderson. This was pretty good. It was actually really good from what I remember. Actually, no, that's a different match I was thinking of. That was an alright match. I forgot who won. I think Doom won, but someone can correct me. Again, like I said, I watch these discs late at night, so I'm not going to remember the outcome of all the matches, so forgive me for that. But that was good. Falls Count match, Sting vs. Cactus Jack. That was actually pretty good. Sting, these kind of matches, you'd never really guess Sting would be in, because Sting is more of like a one-on-one technical guy, normal matches, so this is kind of a match that I didn't really expect to see Sting in, but they surprisingly had a pretty good match, and yeah, it was really good. It was entertaining. Falls Count match, Randy Macho Man Savage versus Crush. I was confused by this match, because beginning, Savage got pinned by Crush within 10 seconds of the match, and then I guess the thing is you pinned him and you had to get a minute into the ring or the match ended, so it's kind of like a last man standing match kind of, but it was really confusing. The match wasn't even that good either. Savage got a pin on him, but Crush back in the ring, and then they went to the backstage area where Savage tied up Crush with his legs and like hung him, but so he couldn't get back in the ring, so Savage won. But that match was kind of confusing. Chicago Street Fight, Booker T and Sting versus the Road Warriors. This match, it dragged on way too long. It was like 25 to 30 minutes, and it wasn't that good. It was going pretty good, but like I said, the time really dragged it out. And they kept mentioning the show uncensored, like every minute on commentary, which was kind of got annoying after a while. But that was, like I said, it was a pretty good match, but it dragged on way too long. Chicago Street Fight, Ahmed Johnson and the Legion of Doom versus Farouk, Savio Vega, and Crush. This was actually pretty good. It was short. It was only like 10 minutes, but it was actually pretty entertaining. It was action everywhere, because all of Nation of Domination was there besides The Rock. It was insane. Like, everyone was fighting everyone. There's a lot of fire extinguisher spots. All I saw was a lot of like freaking whatever comes out of fire extinguishers. I'm not sure what the hell it is, but I saw a lot of that, and even got in the crowd. So I was like, this is insane, and it didn't make sense because the pinfall happened. I think the Legion of Doom won with the Doomsday device, and right after the pinfall happened, everyone rushed in, like how you're supposed to break up a pin, but they didn't do it in time. They did it after, so that didn't make sense to me. But it was a really good match. I like this. This was good. Street Fight, Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Bret Hitman Hart. This wasn't really even a match. It was more of a segment because the match started. Bret didn't want to get in the ring, but Bret got in the ring, and it went on for about a good 5 minutes until everyone started coming in. Guys like British Bulldog and Owen Hart started getting in because Stone Cold put in the sharpshooter and he wouldn't let go, and I think the match ended in no contest. And after the match, they showed when they stretched Bret onto the ambulance, and Stone Cold was in the ambulance, and he attacked Bret. So it wasn't really much of a match, more of a segment, but that was pretty good. Disc 2 is probably the best disc in my opinion. False Camera match, Cactus Jack versus Triple H. Now that was really good. I think this was Cactus Jack's debut match, if I'm not mistaken, and it was really good. I love the ending with the table spot, where it was a legit table too, not those fake tables they used. It was a real legit table where he pile drived Triple H to the table and got the win. That was a really fun match, really enjoyable, great match there. Falls Count Death match, Taz versus Bam Bam Bigelow. This match was alright. It wasn't that great in my opinion because they were in the audience the entire time, and it was nothing special. It was kind of slow paced. The only really thing that stood out was when was it Taz at the DDT Taz hit a DDT to Bigelow that went through the ramp. That was the only memorable thing about the match. And after the match, Taz came up and gave him the Taz mission, and he tapped out and won the match. Whatever there. Hardcore Championship match, Al Snow versus Hardcore Holly Saint. That was awesome. Awesome match. It was. I love that match. It's probably my favorite match. It wasn't a great match, but it was just really funny to watch. They went outside, they went to the streets. I'm telling you, if you did not know they set up all those weapons outside, you'd think that was like the trashiest town ever. There was weapons everywhere, hanging from the trees, just chilling around. It was terrible. They both ended up getting thrown into the river, which I thought was hilarious. Like, Al Snow threw Hardcore Holly in there, then Holly threw him, and then they both fell in there. Which is funny, and there's a spot where Hardcore Holly hit him with a stick, and the stick flew and hit the cameraman, which was really funny. But Hardcore Holly ended up getting the win when he put, there's fencing on the ground, he wrapped him in fencing and pinned him that way, which was kind of stupid, but won the match that way, became Hardcore Champion, and he ran back to the arena, into the ring, got the title, and ran back, so that was pretty funny. Fully loaded strap match, The Rock vs. Triple H. Really good match. These two, you can't really go wrong with these two. They've had nothing but great matches that I've seen. Triple H won here with Billy Gunn got involved, and Triple H jumped in the pedigree to get the win. And it was a really good match. You can't really go wrong with those two. So yeah, love her or leave her. Granted, street fight. Test versus Shane McMahon. This was awesome. Mean Street Posse was sitting on this couch ringside the entire time. They kept trying to interfere, but they kept failing every time. It was basically a 4-on-1 handicap match. They couldn't get the job done still, which I thought was hilarious. Test ended up winning. So, yeah, I forgot how he won. I think he won with the power bomb. I'm not sure how Test won, to be honest, but Test went over. Pretty good match. WWE Championship match, Big Show vs. Kane. This is actually a really good TV match from Raw. It was funny because this is when the McMahon-Helmsley regime started, and the match actually ended in a disqualification. But Triple H got on the mic and said, "Oh, this is no disqualification." And then a count-out happened because they went into the crowd, they brawled. Count-out happened, and Stephanie's like, "All right, no count-outs as well." And Triple H just like interrupted, like, "You know what? While we're making changes, might as well make this a Falls Count Anywhere match." And this was actually a really good match for the two. Big Show went over to retain with a power bomb through the announce table, which was a pretty sick spot. So that was good stuff there. Hardcore Championship match, Crash Holly versus the Headbangers. This wasn't even a match. It was a segment just like the Bret and Austin match. Crash Holly was playing games at Funtime USA. Headbangers attacked him. You know, Crash Holly he went down a slide because they're on the upper level, and he went down a slide and he went to a freaking jungle gym or something. They went to the pit with the ball pits where he jumped on one of the Headbangers, and then he went to the zip line things and did a Hurricanrana on one of the Headbangers and booked it. So that was a really fun segment there. It was only like 5 minutes, but that was really fun. Street fight, Mr. McMahon versus Shane McMahon. This was good. It wasn't better than their Mania match, but it was pretty damn good. This is where like everyone started coming out. Austin, Taker, Kane. A lot of people started coming out because this is during the Invasion angle, and this is where Kurt Angle turned on the WWF to join the alliance. So he ended up hitting Vince with the chair, and Shane pinned him, get the win. So nothing really special there. Street fight, Mr. McMahon versus Ric Flair from the Royal Rumble. This was pretty good. Flair got busted open really bad, or he bladed himself really bad, I should say. And it was just good, you know. McMahon got a lot of offense in this match, but Ric Flair ended up getting the win here with a figure 4 and McMahon tapped, so that was pretty good. Disc 2, probably my favorite disc. And so yeah, Disc 3, this is where we get all the newer stuff. We got Unsanctioned Street Fight, Shawn Michaels vs. Triple H. We all know how great that match is. This is the best match on the DVD without a doubt. Just straight up brutal match. Shawn Michaels got busted open, Triple H got busted open real bad. And it was really good, you know, finish came, Shawn Michaels went for a super kick. Triple H was able to stop it, turn around, try to get him pedigree, and Shawn Michaels ended up, you know, rolling up for a pin and won the match, but Triple H attacked him with the sledgehammer after the match. But, yeah, just a really, really great match. Definitely a match at the DVD, so can't go wrong with that. Street Fight for the World Heavyweight Championship, Triple H versus Kevin Nash. Now, this is kind of confusing, because Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair came out with them, and Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair went at it for about a good 5-7 minutes of the opening thing, so that was kind of confusing. You didn't know if it was a tag match or a one-on-one match at the beginning. But this match is actually not that bad for a Nash and Triple H match. I actually like this. Triple H ended up retaining because Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair came out again during the end of the match, and Triple H ended up hitting with the sledgehammer to get the win here. So it was pretty good for a Triple H and Nash match, I should say. Probably their best one I've probably seen. Next, I have a Falls Count Anywhere match for the WWE Women's Championship, Melina vs. Mickie James. You're probably wondering why this match is on here. Probably get a Divas match on there. That's about it. This was actually not that bad. I'm going to let my 16-year-old perverted teenage self step in for a minute and say there's a lot of Mickie James ass in this match, which I really enjoyed. But besides the point, they end up going backstage to the Divas locker room where, you know, Tori and Maria are just hanging out. And Victoria got involved, and Tori ended up, you know, spraying Victoria's face. And Candice Michelle just, like, randomly walks into the towel saying, "Oh, what's going on?" like the slut she is. And Melina pulls her towel off, and Candice Michelle is just standing there like nothing ever happened, like the slut she is. But they got back in the ring. Mickie tried to hit her crown off the top, but Melina, you know, held on the ropes, and Mickie James landed on her head, which actually looked painful. And Melina got the win to retain the women's title. Street fight, Triple H vs. Umaga. This is actually not that bad of a match. For Umaga match, this is actually pretty good, because we all know Umaga can't really put on great matches. The only great match I've really seen Umaga have was against Cena at the Rumble in 2007. But this was pretty damn good. They went to the stage, which I thought was pretty stupid. They went behind this object on the stage, and they went through it. But you can tell from the front of the stage, they're going to go through it, because the front was all broken up already. So they ended up going through that. But the match itself was pretty good for an Umaga match, like I said. And Triple H ended up winning. So, yeah, nothing special there. Street fight, John Cena vs. Umaga. Another Umaga match. 2 back-to-back, that's not good. Whatever match. Nothing special. Cena won with the FU. So, it was an average TV match, I'd say. Nothing special there. Umaga did do a 6-spot to Cena where he gave him a Samoa drop on the ramp, though, which looked very painful. But nothing special there. Submissions Count Anywhere match, Degenerate Shanks vs. Legacy. This is one of my favorite matches on the DVD. Probably top, maybe, I'd say 5. I don't know for 3, but this is definitely top 5. One of my favorites. Just really great out brawl. Epic cooler spot. Luke Cage, you know what I'm talking about. When DiBiase hit Triple H with the cooler, and Triple H is laying there. Then he threw the cooler on his head, which is awesome. And when Rhodes and DiBiase tried to leave backstage, it kept slipping on the floor. It was hilarious. But this is a straight up fun match. Can't go wrong with this. Legacy went over with a sick $1 Million Dream figure 4 lock at the same time to Shawn Michaels. Awesome spot. Loved it. Street fight, Rey Mysterio vs. Batista. It's Batista Mysterio match. You know, there's nothing much to talk about here. But it was pretty fast paced the first minute of it. From what Luke Cage told me, because I went to the bathroom and I came back to the match already started. But nothing special here, just a short, like, 7-minute match. You know, nothing special. Batista won with a chair shot to the head of Mysterio and won the match. Whatever, nothing special there. Then the last match you got, Street Fight, Randy Orton vs. Cody Rhodes. This is a really good match. This is probably the best Orton Rhodes match in my opinion. Just really good back and forth. Rhodes took a really sick spot when Orton gave him a DDT off the guardrail. And it was pretty brutal. You know, Rhodes took his mask off and hit Orton with it, and that's when Rhodes' mask broke. But this is really cool. Not really cool, really good match between the two. Like I said, probably their best match they've had. Orton ended up winning with a really good RKO to Randy Orton. Not Randy Orton, though. Cody Rhodes. Rhodes really can take an RKO really good. So that was a great way to end the DVD with that match. So Falls Count Anywhere DVD. Definitely recommend this. Just very fun. I think the last 2 days I spent with my good old buddy Lucas Cage watching this was just pure fun. So I definitely recommend this DVD for anyone. And I'm not sure when the next DVD review will be up. Hopefully I can watch one soon. But from now on, thanks for watching, and I'm out, guys. Later, skaters.